Alright, welcome back to my channel. This is another No What If, because I gotta post so many what ifs I got recorded already, but I haven't posted yet. So this is what if Asta had the power of the three factions. Basically samurai, Vikings, and knights. So any knights, any samurai, basically any Vikings that you could think of, that's basically in here. Now, there's also going to be ninjas. There's going to be Spartans for the basically knights. And samurai, I cannot think of any other things but barbarians or something like that. Because I don't know all that much basically subplots to basically Vikings. So in this one, basically Asta will grow kind of, well, in this one he's more neglected than he was in canon. The villagers hate him for not having magic. The people in the church, they look down on him because he does not have magic. And he just grew up mostly by himself. He know that he had to provide for himself, so he would basically go out on his own, hunt on his own, like set up little traps, or basically get berries or fruit from basically the forest, seeing as everyone just doesn't like him. Now, his ticket is pendant stolen from this man, and Asta just watched for a little while before he basically helped But after he was done, basically scoffed at him, and he just continued to walk away. Like Asta didn't just help him. But Asta just expected that, and his hatred for kind of grew from that day forward. And slowly but surely it built it up. Now, at the age of 9, Asta was walking through the forest like he usually does, until he wandered upon a mansion. He walked inside the mansion and he looked all over it, finding books which he read all of the books in the span of over a couple of months, because they had a lot of them. And he was finally at the last book. Now, from reading all these books, his intelligence was boosted majorly. He heard about all of these places like Japan, which Yami comes from, I think. Black people keep coming out of the house. He heard about basically all of basically the world, our world. But it's not the same, as you can say, back in olden times. So, and he see at the last page, it had a basically circle on it, like a magic circle. And it says to gain the powers of the three factions, put your blood on it. So he pricked his finger, he put his blood on it, and he basically spelled his name, Asta. Dang, it's so loud. With that being done, Asta basically did that, and he got all the knowledge of every basically king of their armies. Every king, every basically village leader, because that's what basically Vikings, village leaders. Every I don't know what samurai is called. The lords, I think, just lords. Or basically the rulers of their basically kingdom, something like that. So he get all this knowledge of basically all this stuff in his brain. He'd get the knowledge of strategies, espionage, espionage when you can gain knowledge, and stuff like this, assassinations, basically all these things. So he take this power and he think that he can change the world with his power, but not letting it go to his head. So from this day forth, Asta would try to basically summon some of these armies. Finally, actually being easy for him. So he summons multiple armies. He sees just how much he can summon. His limit right now is only 500, but that will slowly change as he grows older and he gets stronger. So over the next couple of years, Asta will train with these soldiers, basically getting his strength up, his speed, his reaction time, his knowledge too, also by basically having ninjas sneak into libraries and steal books so he can read them. Him doing all of these things, and he's actually become quite powerful. No one knows of Asta, and Asta has done some things. He has killed people before by his own hands and have people killed by his basically, summons, his army, his soldiers. And no, there's no modern day soldiers there. That's for another what if. That's gonna be a Naruto one. But Asta did have people killed, people that he saw as threats, or people that he just did not care about or he was annoyed about. And some people was suspicious about Some people was suspicious about this, wondering why so many people were dying. But they just, picked it up to basically, magic beasts or basically other natural causes. Because they would also always make it look like it was natural or a mistake or an accident. They couldn't blame Asta on it because Asta was always in view of someone when something happened, like a large crowd of people, so they could not blame Asta. And this happened for a long time. Now, it's time for the Grimoire ceremony. They would go to the Grimoire ceremony, Asta and Yuno, but them not walking together. Asta arrived a few seconds after Yuno, and they wait for the Grimoires. Yuno would still get his 4-leaf clover, but instead of Asta actually waiting a while for his 5 leaves to come out, it come out straight away, and it goes right to Asta. Everyone is wondering why this basically, this magicless loser basically is getting a grimoire. And they feel the energy coming off the grimoire and they be scared. Because Asta's grimoire will be releasing so much bloodlust. Release. Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with me. So after he would just leave because he have no point in staying, would still get attacked by the chain mage, but he somehow get out. And he basically knocked the chain mage out, and some magic knights would eventually come and take him away. Asta would be trained by his samurais, his samurai knights, basically, in how to use a sword. Now, the reason he used Vikings because they mainly use short swords or daggers. So he didn't use them. But he learned how to throw kunai from ninjas. Also learned how to throw ninja stars or shuriken. He learned all of these things from basically his summons or his soldiers. Just gonna call them soldiers. So it's time for him to go to the Magic Knight exams. Would just leave, don't even care about Asta. And Asta would just summon a horseman and ride him off. That did not sound good. He would just summon a horseman and they would ride off to basically the capital. After a while, they would basically arrive there. Oh my God. Well, whatever. And they go to no mathematics lesson exam. Going in, Asta will still get his grimoire basically looked at. The man really did not think that it was real, but he just passed Asta anyway. He never saw five leaves before. So it would basically go much more like canon until the fight with the haha guy. Him still basically downgrading Asta. And Asta getting tired of him basically when they said go, he will blitz him much faster than what he did in canon because basically his strength is greater and having proper training over years because basically as soldiers, he would slam his sword right through his magic and right into the haha guy's shoulder, basically knocking him out and also dislocating his shoulder. After ending from short too because my phone's going dead and I just charge it. Can't charge it while I'm recording. So after that's done, he still get accepted by the Black Bulls. He still get accepted to their squad. He would go there. He not have to use the bathroom because he didn't eat the snake. And the trial would still happen. The baptism. It would go actually better faster because more physically capable, and he's also basically more faster and stuff like that. So when it comes to the fireball stuff like that, Asta was just deflecting them or cutting them down with his sword. When Magna did the last one, Asta just cut it in the middle and then cut it to the side super fast. So everyone didn't really see the sword move. They just saw the magic disperse. So they invite him in, say welcome and stuff like that, and Asta will be happy. Now I'll give him to the next part next time. My throat is getting dry, and also my phone is dying. Thanks for watching. Peace out. See you guys in the next one.